Welcome, my devilish fiends, to another Frightful Cryptmas episode, where we uncover the darkest, most chilling figures lurking behind the cozy warmth of holiday cheer. If you thought Christmas was just about joy and good tidings, you might want to reconsider. This season is haunted by creatures who believe in discipline over delight, and none are quite as peculiar or as frightening as the enigmatic Belsnickel. Still celebrated today by descendants of German immigrants in America, particularly among the Pennsylvania Dutch, Belsnickel is a character steeped in German folklore. Imagine a ragged, wild-looking figure cloaked in animal fur, with a switch in one hand and pockets full of candies in the other. But don't let those treats fool you. Unlike Santa Claus, Belsnickel takes a less jolly, more violent approach to the naughty and nice list. In fact, Belsnickel doesn't slip down chimneys or quietly place gifts under a tree. He's not your typical holiday visitor. Instead, he'll show up at homes a week or two before Christmas, rapping on windows with his switch, stirring excitement and fear among the children. Like Santa, he decides who's been good and who's been bad, but his methods are, shall we say, more confrontational. But where did this bizarre character come from, and why does he wander into homes armed with both rewards and punishments? To understand, let's travel back to the Palatinate region of southwestern Germany, where Belsnickel's roots lie. His name itself comes from Bels, meaning fur, and nickel, referring to St. Nicholas. Known by many names, including Christkrinkel, Pelsnickel, and even the Christmas woman, due to his sometimes feminine attire, Belsnickel has terrified and fascinated children for centuries. So what exactly does he do? Unlike his gentle counterpart Santa, who slips down chimneys unseen, Belsnickel charges into homes. Well, that's frightening. He asks children pointedly whether they've been well behaved, often making them recite Bible verses or songs to prove it. If they pass, they'll be rewarded with treats like cakes, candies, and nuts thrown on the floor. I beg your pardon? But there's a twist. If a child lunges too eagerly for those sweets, Belsnickel isn't afraid to give them a sharp swat with his switch for being greedy. For many children, Belsnickel's visit is a reminder to shape up before Christmas Day. But his stern demeanor is nothing new in German folklore. Similar to Père Fouettard in France, who accompanies Father Christmas and whips naughty children, or the terrifying Krampus, who's known to drag misbehaving children to his lair, Belsnickel is one of many dark Christmas figures who believes in consequences. I also believe in consequences. How is Belsnickel celebrated today, especially among the Pennsylvania Dutch? As immigrants carried their customs to America, they also brought Belsnickel. In communities from Pennsylvania to Indiana, Belsnickel traditions live on. During holiday events, adults dress up in fur-covered costumes, faces hidden behind masks, switches in hand, and sacks of treats slung over their shoulders. They mimic the Belsnickeling or Klassentreiben tradition, a night when young men, dressed in costumes, would parade through towns, rattling chains and bells. Sound familiar? The tradition of Belsnickel fell out of popularity after World War II, but has seen a resurgence in recent years, with appearances at events like the Pennsylvania German Cultural Heritage Center's Christmas on the Farms in Kutztown. That was a mouthful. You may even encounter him at a holiday gathering or a pop culture nod, like in The Office episode, where Dwight Schrute proudly dons his Belsnickel attire, reminding his coworkers that some people were born to be bad, but he was born to be Belsnickel. Like a ghost from Christmas past, Belsnickel returns each year as a reminder that the spirit of Christmas isn't just about gifts, but about behavior and consequences. So as you sit by the fire, cozying up with loved ones, remember that a knock on the window or the faint sound of a switch in the dark might not just be the wind. Until next time, my ghoulish fiends, keep an eye out, stay on your best behavior, and beware of Belsnickel.